Hello, everyone, and welcome to this period of sitting practice. My name is Yael, and I have been a practitioner, meditator for some time now. Having this as a regular practice has been very helpful to me. It has transformed the way I view my life in general. It has transformed the way I relate to others and the way I relate to myself. And it's a very supportive and grounding practice to have, especially in times of change. And I'm very happy that we have this opportunity to connect and explore this together. So before we get into this practice, I'd like to say just a couple of words about it. There, there are some misconceptions about meditation, that it is about bringing your thoughts under control, or about working hard in order to achieve a certain state of peace. And the process is actually the opposite. It's about letting go in order to discover what already naturally exists within us. Already the stillness, the inner silence and calm and beauty that exists within. And so the practice becomes about letting go of all that mind activity and thoughts constantly competing for our attention, just learning how to let them go as opposed to trying to get them under control. And so let's go ahead and practice together. If you'd like to, right now you can pause the video if you need to find a spot that's a little more quiet where you'll be undisturbed for a short while. Okay, so we begin the practice by establishing a grounded seat. And if you're sitting in a chair, you want to have your feet flat on the floor so that you're well connected to the earth and balanced. Avoid crossing your legs or your ankles. Just have them flat on the floor. And you can have your hands also just resting on your lap, on your thighs. Just above the knees is usually comfortable. And the torso is upright with a strong back and a soft, open front. The shoulders are relaxed and pulling away from the neck. The chin is slightly, very slightly tilted downward, just so that you have a good alignment coming out of the spine, going through the back of the neck and out of the top of your head. The gaze is lowered, so your eyelids are lowered, sort of half-masked, maybe a little lower, and you have a diagonal line of vision to the ground, or the laptop in my case. If you prefer to have your eyes closed, you can do so, that's fine. And for that matter, if you prefer to sit on a cushion, all of these instructions are the same for you, except that your legs would be crossed and fully connected to the ground as well. So having a grounded and balanced seat, uplifted torso, nothing rigid, just comfortable and lifting upward. Relaxed shoulders, lowered gaze. We settle into that posture just for a couple of seconds. Feel yourself settling and relaxing into this seat. And now we bring our attention to gently um, gathering the mind from its various activities and softly bringing it in, all of your attention, to rest on the breath. And so the breath becomes your landing pad. And softly breathing in, breathing out. Taking a short break just for a little while from that speedy activity of the mind. You allow it to settle and move with the breath. You can notice how the breath is slightly cool as it enters your body, and a little warmer as it leaves the body. You can feel the movement of the breath within your body, noticing your rib cage expanding and contracting. So this is not about going somewhere out of your experience. It's fully settling into your experience right here, not in the past where things have already happened, not to the future where things haven't happened yet, but resting right here with your heart and with your breath, synchronizing mind and body together. And you can feel your body, you can feel the energy of your body. You can feel the slight tingling right beneath the skin. For example, in your hands, in your forearms, your feet, and if you feel any tension or tightness in any part of your body, you can bring your awareness there to that area and allow it to soften and relax. Staying with the breath. if a thought pops up, you can simply label it thinking, because that's all it is. It doesn't matter what the thought was about, it's just thinking, and you just let it keep going. Allow it to keep floating by. And another thought might come up, and you treat that the same way. It doesn't matter what the thought was about, you just simply label it thinking and let it float past. So it doesn't matter how many times these thoughts come up. That's the actual practice, is to keep coming back to the breath. Keep landing on the breath and moving with it softly. Being gentle with yourself, being kind to yourself, not commenting on or criticizing the thoughts. Sometimes people think they just can't, they're no good at this because the thoughts keep coming. And that will happen, especially if you're new to the practice. But as you make this a regular practice in your life, then that ability to access your inner silence, your center, and become more aligned with that, your capacity to do that becomes greater. And as the fog of thoughts clears, it becomes more visible, and you don't have to imagine or hope it's there anymore, because you can experience that actually yourself. As you're resting with the breath, you might hear some sounds in the distance, maybe a car or a motorcycle going by, or sirens. And that's fine. It's not a disturbance, really. You begin to recognize that these sounds are happening right now, in the present, and they're bringing you back, bringing your attention back to the present. And you hear the sirens go by, and they pass, and you let that go and come back and rest with the breath again. Rest in your heart. If you don't have your eyes closed already, gently close them now. And allow yourself to settle into your heart center. You might feel that to be in the center of your chest, or you might feel your heart center somewhere just above your belly button. Or you might feel it all around you. Allow yourself to settle into that warmth. and let it spread through your body. And now let that warmth start to radiate out of every single pore on your body and radiate out like the rays of the sun. Until it has reached out and around the earth and touched every being on this earth. Let your love radiate out and touch and heal every being on this earth. Alleviating the suffering of all people and healing yourself at the same time. And as your heart energy begins to soften and settle, allow your attention once again to gently move with the breath. Feeling it as it enters your nostrils and travels through your body. Feeling your chest expanding and contracting. Feeling the space around you. And if you had your eyes closed, gently open them now, just a little bit, to where you have a lowered gaze. Allow your gaze to become accustomed to the light. And gently begin to raise your eyelids.